Hi, Gemini. This is Isel. I want to go ahead and do your December, the end of December reading for 2018. Yeah, I hope everything's going well. I hope you had a good last 2 weeks, and let's just go ahead and get started into your reading, okay? Show me energies present for the sign of Gemini. Love and relationship energies for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Show me the sign of Gemini. Gemini. So Gemini, you have the Queen of Wands, fire energy, persistent go-getter, ready to meet life on life's terms, somebody who is a force to be reckoned with. It's Sagittarius energy, Leo, also Aries, somebody who's connected to the occult, somebody who is spiritual in their own right, in their own beliefs. Sometimes they're a little bit more of a maverick just because they trust their intuition. Pisces also comes up a lot when the Queen of Wands is present for some reason in my readings. Show me more for the sign of Gemini. So that's popping out in reverse. So you have the Lovers in reverse, Gemini. This is your card, the Lovers in reverse. So the Lovers talks about a head or heart decision. It talks about two people, choice between two people, choice between two outcomes. Sometimes it doesn't even have to deal with people. It could just be a situation where it's like you have choice between two things that mean a great deal to you and you don't know what to do. Let's keep going. I'm not going to read too much into it right now. We've only got a few cards out. Show me more for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So the Three of Cups, Gemini. So if it is in regard to two people, you have a decision, but a decision has been made now. The Lovers in reverse denotes a decision being made. With the Chariot at the bottom of the deck, so moving forward in that decision, towards that decision. This also is somebody who stands in her own power and moves towards what she wants. Very, I don't want to say forcefully, but somebody who knows what they want. They're a go-getter. They do what they want. They're an independent thinker, and they create life through action. They're a risk taker, but what they go after is what they want. They feel very passionate and resonant to it. So if you're going towards somebody, you may feel very positive about them. In regard to these three cards, though, I say be careful, because if you're going towards somebody, like, you may feel really, really gung-ho about them, but there also may be some connection to them to another person. So they may have more on the side than what meets the eye or what you know about. You may know about it. Who knows? They may also be in the decision-making stage where it's like they may be choosing somebody or something, and maybe you've chosen each other. Who knows? Let's keep reading. Show me more for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Did you come out? No, you didn't. So you have two cards coming out in reverse. You've got Temperance, and you have the Page, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So Temperance and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. That would be that way and that way. Okay. So this is talking about being out of balance. It's talking about efforts that typically would be between two people. They're not being met. It's not adequate. The effort is not meeting the expectation, the connection, the communication. It's like you're almost two ships passing in the night on different oceans. That's what I'm feeling. It's like if you have, that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's what I'm talking about in regard to you possibly not knowing about this person's potential other options. It's like the lines are crossed. The information communication is crossed. Like, you're not getting the full picture. And it's basically keeping you stuck in regard to making a decision. So you may have made a decision, but the truth of the decision, the actual, like, truth of decision, the stability, the everything underneath it, it's not stable. Show me more for Gemini. So you have the Queen of Cups, Gemini. You may be dealing with a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. I'm sorry for the glare. I have another light source on, just because it's been pretty dark lately. So in regard to the Queen of Cups, she is somebody who is, well, she can be beautiful, very beautiful. She's also somebody who's more so inclined to be in her emotions. She's a water sign. This is water energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. This is somebody who's very emotional. They're feeling, they're empathic. They are somebody who's psychic. They are going to be involved in the realm of the occult a lot of the time. This is kind of what I said in regard to this Queen of Wands here. Both of these are very much in regard to the psychic realm. They're connected. They're connected to the occult. They're connected to the spirituality of life. They're connected to their own sense of spirituality and their own truth. They stand within their own truth, okay? This one, sometimes a little more fierce. This one, sometimes softer. It really does depend upon the person and the situation. It also depends upon their placements, you know? Show me more for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So you have the Two of Swords in reverse, Gemini. So somebody making a decision. It's like there may be a decision has been made, but I almost feel like the decision, it's like there's still information that you're not on board with or that hasn't come to you in regard to this matter of love. This Ace of Cups. Everything's not being communicated here. It's like somebody's got something on the side. They could have a water sign. They could have a fire sign. It could be any sign or person. It doesn't matter. This is what I'm talking about. So the Seven of Swords. So you have somebody who's not being honest here in regard to the situation, and it's causing a foundation to not be built. It's causing things to be at a standstill. And it's like you or this person, somebody may be trying to move things forward, and they're not getting the totality of the information. They're not getting the fullness of the information. Show me the last card for Gemini. So the Star. This is the card of Aquarius. The Star is basically having trust, trusting your inner guidance. Sometimes you could be dealing with a star. It doesn't have to be that, but trusting your inner guidance, healing, a lot of healing. Yeah, it's also in connection to this Temperance card. It's a balancing out of energies, okay? It's a balancing out of energy so that you can be in a healed state. I feel that this energy, I feel like you're going to be finding out about this sooner than maybe you think, or maybe later than you wanted to have found out about it, like maybe it dragged on. Some of you, it may have dragged on. Some of you, you may just be finding out about this, that they have other options. They have other situations going on. But in regard to that, it's almost as if you're able to, it's like it puts you in connection with your internal strength, very much so you can have a different outcome, so you can choose something that's going to be better suited towards your emotional needs. Because being in a third-party situation or being involved in something that that person puts you in is very detrimental to your emotional state, you know? This person doesn't really care. They'll involve you in this type of stuff, you know? This is where you need to be. You need to heal yourself. You need to come back into focus in regard to your emotional state. And, yeah, I'm not going to shuffle anymore with that. Let's do some clarifying cards, please. Show me the Queen of Wands. Show me the Queen of Wands for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So you have the Seven of Swords here, Gemini, okay? So it may be a fire sign that's basically not communicating with you. The Seven of Swords here may be coming from this fire sign. Somebody not being honest. Show me the Lovers. So you have the Queen of Pentacles here, Gemini, in regard to the Lovers. So this person may be involved with a earth sign, maybe involved with an earth sign female, or it may be involved with an earth sign male. Either way, queens denote receptivity, giving, nurturing, stuff of that nature. They could be giving to this person, this earth sign, sorry. Yeah, here at the bottom of the deck you have, you have the Knight of Pentacles. So it's like this person may be getting involved with this earth sign. And it's almost as if that will take off. Like, it's like they've had a situation where it's like they've juggled a bit to find out which was going to be better. That's a shitty way to do things. Like, you have two people, you keep them secret from each other, and you hang on to them to see which one's going to pan out better. That's shitty. That's a coward. That's a coward. You're better without them. Show me the Three of Cups. So you have the Five of Pentacles. So in regard to this third-party situation, somebody's going to be left out in the cold very soon. It's like somebody makes up their mind in regard to who they want, and either you are left out in the cold or they are. Either way, like, the person being left out in the cold, I would say consider yourself lucky. That's a blessing. Underneath, you have the Five of Cups here. So that's regret, frustration, heartbreak. You know, you may be sad about it, like hearing about, like, nobody wants to hear about that. Nobody wants to be like a third wheel when they don't even know that they're a third wheel. Like, what the fuck? Or a third party, you know, that's terrible. But go through the mourning process, feel the pain, let it go. This person has no regard for you. The person that they're going to be getting involved with, who they feel like they're going to be giving something to long-term, like that poor person, what are they getting involved with? There's somebody who just can't be honest. Why would anybody want to venture into that? Show me the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, please, for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Show me the Ace of Pentacles in reverse for Gemini. So you have the Ten of Wands, Gemini, okay? So it's almost as if you wanted this situation, somebody wanted this to start. It's not starting. And now it's almost as if, like, I feel like the attitude is one of, how do I say that? It's like, it's like annoyingly let down. We're let down. And it's like we're almost like annoyed with ourselves that we allowed ourselves to be involved in a situation like this. But it's not necessarily your fault. Like, you can't really control the actions of somebody, especially when they are willfully deceptive. Okay? That's something to be conscious of. Underneath, you have the Queen of Swords. So once a situation is brought to your attention, you have every right to cut it out. And cut it out you do. You may feel a little bit hurt by this, but you cut it out. Show me Temperance in reverse, please, for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Show me Temperance in reverse for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So you have the Four of Pentacles here, Gemini. So this is holding off. Like, here, Temperance in reverse talks about not having balance. It talks about being out of sorts. It talks about not working together well with others. You know, it's like the connection, you're at lost cause with this person, basically. It's like the connection is crosswired, but they're intentional about it. You're not getting true information in regard to this person. You're not getting the full deal. You're not getting the full, you know, information from this person. And it's better to hold off here. It's better to hold off here. It's like holding off or like shutting the situation down, blocking this person out may be something that actually secures you. In your emotional aspect, you are sitting right, that is sitting right next to the Queen of Cups here. So in regard to emotions, being out of balance and Temperance in reverse, that's out of balance energy. That's a very difficult place for the Queen of Cups to be. She wants to be emotionally balanced. The Queen of Cups out of balance is not a pretty card. Show me the Queen of Cups for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Show me the Queen of Cups for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please. Okay. So you have the Ace of Pentacles, Gemini. So in regard to getting out of the situation, in regard to blocking this person, in regard to shutting it down, in regard to holding off, and it's like, thankfully you do, or somebody, basically, this standstill energy, like the, I'm going to see who works out best for me, like that kind of bullshit. Once you release that and get out of the situation, you end up turning that Ace of Pentacles upright. That's for you, but that's for you to do on your own. Stepping out of this situation is something that you do on your own, and it's far better than what this person could have ever given you. You have the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, walking away. The card says, it's a tradition with us, mister. It almost feels like this person, their vacillation, their wishy-washy, their wishy-washiness, feels almost as if that's something that's a constant for them. That's kind of their MO. So, you know, you may be dealing with somebody who's more like, on the player aspect, you may be dealing with somebody who has very little regard for people aside from what they can get out of them versus being a true partner with them. Some people like that use people for sex, some people for money, some people for, you know, home situations, status situations. It's almost like, which one's going to serve me better? That's what I'm truly feeling in regard to this double person thing with the Lovers in reverse. It's like somebody's been chosen, but somebody's been left out in the cold. The person left out in the cold is the one that probably got the better end of the deal, honestly. I know that sounds shitty, but it's like the person that got left out in the cold is the lucky one here. Whoever's with this person that's going into an arrangement, it's not a union, because this person isn't going to be genuine. It's an arrangement for them, but that only lasts for so long for them. Show me the Two of Swords in reverse for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Show me the Two of Swords in reverse for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So you have the Eight of Wands, Gemini, in regard to this. So the decision has been made, but it's like the Eight of Wands talks about communication. It talks about forward movement. It talks about getting away from situations. It talks about going towards something else. It talks about fast-paced movement, okay? Whether that be communication, action, travel. It could be flight. It doesn't have to mean that you're traveling across the world. In regard to this situation, though, things have been decided. It's like there's a clear decision here to not go any further forward with somebody. You have the Two of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. So it's like once that's communicated, once this situation is solidified that, hey, this isn't working out, this is not happening, thank you for cutting me loose, I'll lick my wounds later. You have this forward movement in regard to that communication. Learn from this situation. Don't involve yourself with people that you don't feel 100% about, okay? And you know who don't feel 100% about you. I don't know if you felt that way, though, but it's like somebody here definitely got shafted, and it's better that they did. That sounds shitty, but it's better that they did. You have the Two of Wands on the bottom of the deck, so this is basically figuring out the direction that you want to go in, choosing a new path once the situation is cut out. Show me the Seven of Swords for Gemini here. Okay, so you have two cards in reverse. You have the Nine of Cups and you have the Queen of Wands here. So this Queen of Wands is showing up again now. All right, so if this was the person, the fire sign, if this fire sign screwed you over, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, if they screwed you over, you know, it's like they think they're going towards their happiness. It doesn't work out that way. This person that they're going to be getting involved with is also going to find out what it is. They may not find out what they did to you, but they're going to find out something very similar to this. This person uses people. I don't feel that this person is somebody that's going to go the long haul. It's like they're going to use this situation until they get what they want from them, and then they may skip off to something else. You have the Nine of Cups in reverse with the Queen of Wands in reverse. So it's like this person doesn't know what they want. And they also don't have any real consideration in regard to feelings, emotions. This person is out of sorts. And for that to be showing up with the Seven of Swords, that's somebody who's just going to do what they want to do when they want to do it. You know, the Nine of Cups in reverse also can talk about, it's like momentary wish fulfillment. It's not something that's going to last the long haul. It's something that's very momentary. It's very, superficial type of gain. You know, they want like little things. It's superficial. It's not something that's going to last long for them. So you need to be careful with that. But it sounds like you don't need to really be careful with that. That's more of a message for them. It's like they're not going to really get what they want in the long run. They're impatient. They don't use their judgment wisely, and it's going to bite them in the ass, Gemini, which I guess is good. Show me the star, please, for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You've got two cards popping out. So you have the Six of Wands and you've got the King of Swords. So in regard to this, with the Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck, choices, in regard to letting yourself heal from this situation, you have the King of Swords here. So basically cutting out this energy, being less so emotional in regard to it, just seeing it for what it is and moving away from it. You know, versus getting all emotionally attached and like letting yourself fall apart emotionally. Just be very logical, be analytical in the situation, be detached from the situation on an emotional aspect, and you will get out of it much faster than if you connect yourself to this on an emotional basis. Like, be more cerebral here. That's what this is talking about. With the Six of Wands here, you know, once that happens, you move forward towards something much more positive. You have options here. This is at the bottom of the deck. You have options. This is Seven of Cups. So it talks about options. It talks about also being a little bit cloudy. In regard to being cloudy, it just takes time to heal from this. But honestly, take your time with the situation. The Strength card talks about utilizing your inner strength. It talks about having patience in situations. It also talks about Leo. It's the Leo card. You also have this fire sign. It could be a Leo that you're dealing with. But in regard to healing yourself from the situation, like, take whatever time you need. The situation does not feel like it's, it wasn't fair from the get-go. It wasn't fair from the get-go. Somebody played you, or you played them. There's no balance here. And this person, whatever they're getting involved with, it's like they feel like it might, maybe the person that they're getting involved with feels like it's going to last. That's what it is. The person that they're getting involved with feels like it's going to last for the long haul, while this person is in it for what they can get momentarily. Okay, that's what it is. All right, Gemini, I'm going to pull one more card here, just for this Queen of Wands. Show me more for the Queen of Wands for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Yeah, so you've got the Ten of Swords here, Gemini. You've got the Ten of Swords. So this person, it's done. Like, the bullshit that they've chosen to involve you in, it's done. Let them carry that torch towards something else. And the person that's getting involved with them, that's their experience. That's what they're supposed to learn. You know, being with this person, this type of person. I'm glad that you are out of this. And if you're doing this to somebody, this isn't cool. But yeah, I'm glad that you're out of this. I'm glad that they hurt your feelings and treated you like shit. And I hope you find somebody really, really wonderful. And not this person. All right, Gemini. My name is Isel. I hope this was helpful and resonated with you. If it did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And I will be back on YouTube in the beginning of January 2019. All right, take care. Bye, Gemini.